Hello, my name is Suzanne Longstreet, and I'm the CEO and founder of Pinkpreneurs, and I'm also a mindset and success coach. I'm here with somebody I've just met in the last few months, and I have to say, I've really come to highly regard her, and we've done some work together. I've actually taken a program with Shelley to help me with my LinkedIn profile, and I'm excited about the results that I'm getting as a result of working with Shelley. And Shelley's agreed to come on to the Pinkpreneur Spotlight today to share her wisdom and to offer an invitation for you. So I invite you to sit down, relax, pay attention to Shelley's wisdom. She is one of UK's leading experts in LinkedIn, and so we're going to be spending time talking about that. Welcome, Shelley Hutchinson from Client Nectar.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here, and thank you so much for that lovely introduction, Suzanne. Just to tell you a little bit about my background, I've been in marketing for 20 years, but my real passion is helping business owners to be able to grow their businesses through having a consistent flow of their ideal clients coming to them. And yeah, I mean, like immediately you're nodding your head.
And isn't that what we all want? We want to be visible out there through a social media platform. And if LinkedIn is the right one, that's great. We're going to talk about that. And then having the ideal clients just come to us. Oh my gosh, that's like bliss.
It is. And the thing is that for me, where it comes from is I've started 3 businesses and I've always needed to turn a profit straight away. That, there's been various things have happened which have meant, I've had to turn a profit straight away. And so with a background in online marketing, I know what you need to do in order to make that happen, which is basically you need leads that you can convert into clients. It's really simple. And I just love to help other entrepreneurs to be able to do the same thing, because I wouldn't want to have to wait 6 months, a year, 2 years to get my business off the ground. So I like to share what the strategies that I know work with my clients so that they can double or triple their revenue in just a few months. And whether they're a newbie just starting out, or whether they're a multiple 6-figure entrepreneur already been going very successful, I like to help them know what they can do to continue that growth and scale their business, but do it quickly.
Great. So tell us, why LinkedIn? What is it about LinkedIn that appealed to you, and why do you specialize in LinkedIn?
So there are a lot of advantages to using LinkedIn as a platform right now. And the main thing to understand is that online marketing goes in waves. We have these ups and downs, and some platforms are really, really great at one point, and then they kind of go down a bit. And then other platforms are really, really great. And it's about knowing what wave to ride as a business owner. I've been on different platforms. I've been on Google. I've SEO'd my website. I've done Facebook ads and Facebook funnels, and essentially both of those have had their real up points when they've been really the market leader and the best platform. Right now, LinkedIn is having the up points. And a couple of years ago, I switched across to LinkedIn because I could see that there was potential for this wave coming. One, LinkedIn is free to use. You get your content seen on LinkedIn, because they have organic reach. So it means that when you post, your post actually gets seen. With Facebook, you have to pay for ads for that. So this is a huge saving. And it's great for new entrepreneurs because there's, they don't have any risk. But also you get access to these high quality clients through LinkedIn. So if you struggle with getting people who can afford to work with you, you know that when you go onto LinkedIn, you don't have that problem, because you're getting a more professional audience on LinkedIn. It's the only professional network. And in addition to that, if you want corporate clients or you want business owners to be clients, well, they're all on LinkedIn. 45% of users on LinkedIn are decision makers in corporates. So when you add all of those things together, the fact that it's quick to set up, there's no complicated funnels involved, there's no ads needed, you can get leads coming in a matter of days that you can convert into clients. And then you add into that you've got high quality professionals and business owners and corporates on there. It's like it's a no-brainer to choose to use that platform right now.
So, Shelley, we've recently gone through the pandemic. You're in the UK, just north of London, and how has your business maintained, or have you gone down or up as a result of the pandemic? How is that? Have you kept going? What have you been doing?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So I have actually been even more busy. I didn't think that it was possible to get busier, but I actually have been more busy during the pandemic.
Wow.
Um, Partly because as soon as we hit the pandemic and lockdown, I basically just was like, okay, I need to help my clients. Let's see how we can stop them losing contracts. Let's see what they need to do so they have a plan, so they're not stressed. Let's give them a plan so that they can adapt, pivot their business, and continue making sales during this time. I implemented that with my clients. I obviously did it for myself as well, but I didn't have as big a pivot to make because I'm already online.
Yeah.
And then after doing it with my clients, I immediately said, right, well, I'm not going to just stop at my clients because I'm seeing the results they're getting. Let me help everyone else, And so I started doing webinars, and I just, as a result of that, I had a ton of clients coming to me. And so I actually filled an additional group I wasn't intending to fill. Yeah.
There you go. That's
But the need is
inspiring.
still there. I mean, I say that the need is still there. And I think this is really important also to mention that I've seen in my audience, I've seen some people who are like, thriving, doing really, really well. And a lot of them are my clients. But I've also seen in my audience people who would normally be able to afford to work with me, now not, because they've had 3 months of no income coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Because they weren't able to take, they either didn't hear my advice earlier enough, or they weren't able to take on the information, or kids were at home, they weren't able to do anything other than look after the kids and homeschool them, all these different factors. And so I've been conscious that actually there's now this other group of people that still need help. So in a way, I've started looking at other programs that I can offer that are at a different price, at a cheaper price point, that would be able to help people, this audience, these people who haven't really had an income for 3 months.
Okay, great.
That matters as well.
Okay, so that's great. So I want to talk about this that's coming up, the program that you're doing. And before we get there, I want to hear, what would you say are the 3 biggest tips for somebody wanting to get started using LinkedIn? If they have just had a profile, but they haven't, and that was me, quite frankly, several months ago. I had a profile, and if somebody said, "Hey, let's connect," I'd go, "Sure." And that was my marketing efforts for LinkedIn. So what would you say are the 3 biggest tips that you would give somebody to get started with LinkedIn to generate leads?
And I'd say it's very common. A lot of people have a profile, but they don't really know how to use LinkedIn to start generating business through it. That's really normal. So the first thing you want to do is log into LinkedIn again, but then also look at your profile. Look at it with fresh eyes. It may be quite outdated, and you may have approached writing it as a resume, as opposed to writing it, talking to your ideal clients about the problems they have and how you can help solve them with your offerings, with your business. So that's the first step you need to take. Go in, look at your profile, and analyze, does it really talk to my audience or not? Does it really help them to understand how I help solve their problems through my services or my products? Update your profile so that it does have that information in it, and that's going to lead it to be more attention grabbing to your ideal clients. But it will lead to more of your existing clients contacting you if they're interested in finding out more about working with you. The second tip I would give is really about starting to use LinkedIn to generate leads. So a lot of people, like you, Suzanne, wait for people to contact them. But what we need to do is build an audience of LinkedIn connections who are your ideal clients. So your second step is actually to start reaching out to those people who are your ideal clients on LinkedIn and request to connect with them and send them a little message, something short, just saying, what interests you about wanting to connect with them? Why are you interested in connecting? It can be really customized, or it can be a little bit more templated, but I like to put in something that's specific to the person you're reaching out to. And that really can start a conversation that could potentially lead to an appointment that can then lead to a client. So that's my second tip. My third tip is to take advantage of the organic reach that LinkedIn has. So when you're building up your connections, you then want to start posting content because it's going to get seen by your connections. And the content you want to post is content that is going to position you as a trusted advisor. So just
As a what? Sorry? As a
trusted advisor.
trusted advisor. Okay.
Yeah. So really, we want your ideal clients to see you as the expert because that's who you are, really. And so for them to feel that you're helping them is really important. So if you share information that gives the answers to their biggest questions and their biggest challenges, they're immediately going to relate to you as the expert, that trusted advisor. And that type of content, as opposed to, hey, do you like to drink tea in the summer? That type of content is going to lead to inbound leads. It's going to lead to your ideal clients contacting you saying, I'd really like to talk to you about working with you. The content that just gets engagement, like, do you drink tea in the summer? It's not going to lead you to get any leads. It's going to, you might get a lot of comments, but not leads. So that's what I would do. Those are my 3 tips.
I love all of those. So tell us about this challenge that you're doing. I know it's coming up soon, July 6th, and I'm in it. I'm excited to be doing it. Even as a past client of yours, I'm still really excited about the challenge. And so tell us a little bit. I had somebody reached out to me and said to me, how much time is it going to take? And what am I going to get out of this? So tell us a little bit about that, the challenge and what we're going to get in the time.
Yeah, I'd love to. So starting on Monday, the 6th of July, which is next Monday, I'm hosting a free 5-day LinkedIn Leads on Tap challenge. What that means in English, or American,
or Canadian.
What that really means is that I'm going to show you how to generate high quality outbound and inbound leads through LinkedIn. So, in the 5 days, with just a simple daily task, which is about a 10 to 15 minute recording each day. I couldn't get it any less than that. I tried, couldn't get it any less than that. But from that daily task, that video, you'll then have an exercise to do. And those 5 days, you keep implementing that small exercise. It's not a big one, but if you do each exercise each day, at the end of the 5 days, you'll know how to generate high quality leads through LinkedIn, and you will have actually started to do that process. So you'll actually potentially be reaching out to your ideal clients and may even have some appointments. It's that fast acting. So it's not designed to take you a lot of time. I did have one person say, should I just block out the whole week from work? You don't need to block out the whole week from work. You can do the daily task video at whatever time is convenient for you during the day. It will be available if you're in Canada, US. You'll have it from actually very early in the morning, all the way through the day. And then there will be 2 Q&As in the evening, my time evening. So that would be more like lunchtime or afternoon. So 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock, typically, on ET. So you'll be able to come onto the Q&As and get support from me about how you got on with the daily task. If you have questions, if you have insights, anything you want to share. And me and my team, we're there basically from 6 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. We're checking in at least once every 15 minutes. So if you post into the group on the daily thread, we will be checking all your questions, all your insights during the day as well. So it's designed to be easy for you to complete in 30 minutes a day, but you will still get the end result at the end of day 5. You'll have huge breakthroughs around how to use LinkedIn and generate leads.
Excellent. So it's a Facebook challenge for growing your business on LinkedIn. So are the videos and the information going to be available in the Facebook group, or are they going to get emailed to us?
So everything is going out through the Facebook group, but you will get email notifications and also Facebook Messenger notifications of everything that's happening during the day. So you'll get the link, go here now, this is what's happening now. You'll get all of that via whichever method is best for you, really.
Great. And so is there anything else that you wanted to talk about other than the Facebook challenge? Any of your other services or products, or are you happy to just chat about the challenge for now?
Yeah, well, I would actually say there is another thing about the challenge that I should mention, which is that we are going to have a lot of prizes. I mean, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm like such a child about this kind of stuff. Like, I'm like, this is my favorite bit. I mean, I love all the tasks I've created are amazing, but the bit about doing prizes for everyone is like, where are they? Yay!
Good. And we love to receive prizes. I know I do.
I think we all need them. So every day there's a prize for the most engaged person on the challenge. And at the end of the 5 days, so on Friday, there'll be an overall winner of the most engaged person all week. And they're going to win a really big special prize. So all of them are business boosting prizes. But of course, the fifth one on day 5 is even more exciting. So I'm super excited about sharing that with everyone. Yeah.
I am too. And so how can we reach you, Shelley?
So the best way to reach me is just connect with me on LinkedIn. It's just linkedin.com/in/Shelley Hutchinson, or just put Shelley Hutchinson in and I'll come up. I'm based in the UK, so if you need the filters, you can just use that to find me. But also, I'd love you to sign up for the challenge. So I do have a pretty link, which is a shortened one. But in case that isn't completely secure at working, I'm going to give you the longer one.
Actually, I have it. So I'm going to share my link with them so that they can access it. And and just mention that you're a Pinkpreneur when you get in there.
Absolutely. Please do. And bring your friends, because this is one of the things that really makes the challenge come alive for you, is if you're doing it with others. I mean, it's going to be great if you do it on your own, but if you bring friends and you do it with others, then you can, you'll get a lot of encouragement from each other and motivation to complete. And of course, we're going to be cheerleading you all the way.
Absolutely. It's kind of like going to the gym or going for a walk. I'm much more likely to show up at the gym if somebody's there with me, or going for a walk if I know somebody's waiting at the end of the street. So do what you need to do to motivate yourself to do the things. And, taking small action, I love this, taking one small action every day will help us all, including me, to get new clients and new leads coming through. That even if it's just a new friend or a new connection, it may not be a client in the moment, it might be a new referral base for somebody, or even just being more visible out into the world of LinkedIn will help us. I was chatting with one of our colleagues recently, and she was saying that she's been more visible on LinkedIn, and as a result, somebody who's one of her connections referred her to a huge company that's a well-known name, and they contacted her as a result of her contact. So it wasn't even one of her original her immediate contacts, it was somebody else.
And that happens a lot. So this is the brand awareness piece, because if you're not online with your business, then you're not getting that brand awareness. And that's really key. And LinkedIn, because of the organic reach, is really fast at building brand awareness. And of course, it's free. Whereas, with Facebook, you're paying a lot of money for ads that aren't always consistent, don't always work. Whereas, with LinkedIn, it's kind of guaranteed. Once you know what you're doing, we will cover that on the challenge. Once you know how to create an engaging piece of content, then you get the views. That's it. So yeah, it's amazing.
So excited. Any last words or tips for us as we go into the summertime, and overall thoughts about business, LinkedIn?
Yeah, I would just say that, obviously we've been through a really unprecedented time of change, and it might have knocked your confidence and self-belief, especially if you've lost work during this time. But I want you to know that that isn't something that you have to live with. I'm going to be giving a lot of mindset tools also on the challenge to really help bring up your energy levels and your happiness and your self-confidence. And at the same time, giving you very practical, logical steps you can take to transform your business and start generating more of those quality leads that you need to get your business off the ground. And if you're already going and it's flying, we'll just take it to that next level.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much for your time, Shelley. It was good to connect with you again and see you. And I will post all this information in the group so that everybody can see it. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Bye.